So Dylan got some new boots, I guess. That guy he's been working for.
Okay.
So that he's saying that, like, that used to be a dump,
There's
and
nothing out there.
it's all, I guess it's buried in. He says Dylan's buried a lot of stuff out there. Do you know anything about that?
No.
Like electronics or something like that? Circuit boards?
No, I don't know anything about any of that. Why would he dump it there of all the places?
Right. So he said that Dylan knew that as a known dump. So what's Dylan's relationship with this place? This place here. He says, so this guy says he had no idea that Dylan was dropping the truck off.
They took this truck months ago, and him and Dan came with him to bring it back here. And they brought it to park it here.
Right. So he said that, it's been down there. He said that he came home on Saturday and saw the truck there. I guess he was trying to build a chicken coop in there. And, because they were trying to build a chicken coop in there. And,
So he told me that Dylan had backed it in, and it wasn't under the shed when I first got here. But it hit his horse trail in the back.
Yep.
So he backed it in.
Okay, that's kind of what he told me too. He was building some chicken coops, and he keeps his horse in there at times, and so.
What are they doing over there?
I don't know what they're looking at. So we followed some footprints. They're his footprints out there.
Who's?
This guy's footprints, pretty sure. But so I said, so when was the last time you were out there? And he told me, and so there's horse prints right with him. He says I was out there catching my horse, so that makes a little sense. It's those boots just out there that are.
Well, they're like my ex-wife said. I said, well, maybe the dog drug him out there. She said, well, there's nothing else out here. If the dog, I mean, that would make sense that the dog would go hang out on that pile in the sun. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's only 2 boots there. There's nothing else.
Well, this guy says underneath that pile of dirt, it used to be a dump that they dumped it. Everybody dumped their trash in. But I don't know when they covered it up. But I mean, those look like they're. I didn't look inside the boots. They look like they're decent boots still.
Yeah, they don't look like they should be throwing paint at.
So I didn't see any, unless he drove out that road and then it rained.
Well, he kind of saw some plants damaged and stuff that you did. You know what I would think.
Yeah, I mean, he would have drove his truck out there.
Maybe he just drove out. I don't know. I mean, the Dan Iverson guy said he gave him a check on Wednesday for $30,041, and
For the work he's doing.
well, he's doing it with his own machinery. My son's taking
Oh.
machinery and doing it, so it's pretty easy to make.
Oh, okay. I was like, geez, I want to work for that
It's
guy.
not that he's making a lot of money because he's buying his fuel and stuff. You know what
sure.
I mean, and buying the tractor and the drill. All that's
Sure.
not Dan's.
Right. Makes sense.
And he says, this Jim guy says that Dylan has been in town at the bar, whatever, bragging about how much money he makes and this and that. But I talked to, and it doesn't really sound like my son. But, you know, I haven't been around him a lot, and he's a little older, and I didn't think he drank either, and there's Keystone and stuff all in.
So this guy was saying that
Drinking might change how he talks, you know what I mean? So
Right.
I don't know, I'm not saying, but Dan said that doesn't sound at all like Dylan, and I was like, it isn't him to brag about.
Well, Dan says when he came into the Cowboy Bar the other day, I think I've got a drone out there, it looks like.
Oh, it's a drone?
Yeah. Anyway, that he said that after they branded, they went and he fed everybody at the Cowboy Bar, and he came in and bought a soda pop and left.
Why are they out on 4-wheelers and stuff?
They are that way, I think.
Put all their 4-wheelers and stuff
Yeah.
all over. They got flashlights.
So you usually
Son of a bitch.
So you usually look where guys, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, for sure.
So there is guys that are on foot walking this way.
Well, for sure, I understand.
So
That's why I don't understand why they're not in four-wheelers looking over or around. That's what scares me about them with flashlights.
oh, it is a flashlight.
I just want it shot to me straight, whatever happens.
I have, yeah. We'll tell you as much as we can tell you, right? I mean, so if it turns into a big investigation, we can't just because we might not know all the answers. And if I tell you, you know what I mean. If I tell you something, then it turns out to be something else.
I was on my way back from Vegas. I got a call in Fillmore, Utah. My ex-wife wanted to talk to me and my daughter. My heart sunk right then. Not even because of Dylan. I never talked to her.
You never talked to her.
We don't have a relationship whatsoever. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So right then my heart sunk. You know what I mean? Like I thought my youngest one had been in a car wreck or something weird because she don't talk to me. You know. And we found this out. I mean, he was missing.
Sure. Yeah,
My mom had known he'd been missing since Saturday, but me and my daughter were in Vegas.
I guess people have been warning them not to hang out at the Cowboy Bar. I guess.
Really.
I guess your dad is a very religious type person, and they were worried about. I guess everybody's been worried about your father finding out that he's been drinking and hanging out at the Cowboy Bar with.
I'm worried. I don't like that. I thought he was a little more straight-laced than that. Wouldn't be going anywhere.
So, yeah. Well, I mean, I'll keep you updated. I'm going to be here until we either call it for the night and go from there.